everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Too Tall Tina Plays The Sims. Today is the 100 subs video. I cannot thank everybody enough. You've all been so amazing, so supportive. I cannot be more hyped about this. Literally, I'm typing out tweets to all of the lovely people who've been so amazing, and my hands are shaking and I'm crying and laughing and just, oh my goodness. Anyway, so what we are doing in this thank you video is so I'm going to be telling you my sim story, how I got here, how all of this wonderfulness happened. But what I wanted to do was I went back and revisited some of my old builds, and I have one build on my gallery that I did not have a video for, and it's because it was done on an old computer. I will get into that, but I decided that I would go back and fix it because it is a base game build that I did on a very old computer, so there are little things wrong. However, I do stand by 85% of this build. I liked it. Too Tall Tina was not afraid of color when she first started. Not at all. Anyways, so while I am giving you the tour really quick of the build as it is, let me tell you how I got here. So, obviously we were all home so much more at the beginning of this year. I still had university classes, so I spent a majority of my time sitting in front of my computer doing Zoom classrooms and all of that terribleness. I was also still working full-time, which sucked. No beating around the bush there, that sucked. However, so I spent a lot of my time watching videos online because I wanted to, spend time with my husband, and he would sit in his computer chair and watch videos, and so I found things that interested me. And I have always been a big fan of The Sims. I loved The Sims 3 so much. I still have most of my expansion pack discs. In a drawer next to my desk right now, I have them all. And so I thought that I was going to maybe download The Sims 3 again, because like many of you, when The Sims 4 first came out, I was not a huge fan of it, but I started watching Sims videos on YouTube and fell in love all over again. I was like, wow, this has gotten so much better than it was when it first came out. Maybe I should give it a try. And it was only $5 on Origin at the time, so I was like, why not? Who doesn't have $5 to spend on something that gives them so much joy? And I literally had this rickety old computer. I'd had this one all-in-one computer for about 8 years, and it struggled. But this was the first house that I built. It was kind of Too Tall Tina's dream house. I don't know if I would say that it's my dream house now, but I really loved everything that I put into this. I gave it a big office and an artist studio and a huge kitchen and all of these spaces for family, and I loved it when I built it. So, I can remember that my very first video that I tried to do, I wanted to show my friends. They were all being really awesome, just a bunch of nerdy people who all work with me. I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And they're like, oh, you've got to find a way to show us instead of just sending us pictures. So what I did, this is so terrible. You can go back and you can see I still have this video on my YouTube page, but I had a stack of books sitting in front of my computer with my phone propped up on top of the stack of books and my arms around the stack so that I could reach my keyboard in control tab mode. Oh my god. And I was recording the video on my phone, recording my screen because I couldn't figure out how to record my screen. And it was so awful, but it's still up. If anybody ever has any interest in going back and watching it, I don't know why you would. It's terrible. But so that was my first YouTube video because it was the only way that I could show my friends what I had been up to. So it was terrible. So bad. Anyways, so, a little bit later down the line, I'm making more builds and I want to show them more, so I've got a couple more videos up, and I figured out how to do screen record, and I figured out how to do speed builds and speed up all my videos. And from there it just sort of like took off, and especially once my summer classes ended, because I took 3 6-week courses because everything was not crazy enough. Who wouldn't want to take 3 6-week courses in the summer all at the same time? But as soon as those 3 classes ended, I was free for like weeks. I had nothing to do for weeks except for work a full-time job, which, when I'm somebody who can work a full-time job while taking 3 6-week classes, you get a little bored just working a full-time job. So I decided that I was going to see what I could do and try my hand at making YouTube videos, and it just sort of spiraled from there. Like, I can't believe that something that started with just me wanting to share something with my friends, something dorky that I love with my friends, has turned now into 100 subs. 100 other people out there are just as dorky as me and want to see all of the dorky things that I do and hear me talk in a really dorky way. Like, I can't even stop laughing. I'm literally smiling from ear to ear right now. Like, it literally happened today. Like, today has been a roller coaster of a day. All I was doing was working on some thumbnails and putting out my normal weekly content, and Twisted Rexy tweeted me. I don't know, and then I hit 100 subs. I'm like crying right now. And I'm gonna leave all of this in the voiceover because you all need to know all of this, because it's just, I am so overwhelmed with love and joy for all of you in the community right now. And I know I shouted out some really specific people on Twitter, but I want to let everybody out there know that I love all of you so much. And honestly, I'm gonna do my really dorky sign off. My friends make fun of me, but I want you to have the best day ever. Like 1 out of a billion. The score is obviously a billion because today is the best day ever. I love all of you, and I will see you later. Bye!